Hey guys, Justin here. I'm in Elizabeth Quay right now and on board Route 158. According to the caption, 148 rush version. So this is the route that's actually literally exactly the same as the 148. Like not exactly the same, 95% is the same. Because 148 goes to Como after Canning Bridge. It's basically, the 148 is full day service, 1 hour per bus on weekdays only from Como to Fremantle via Canning Bridge station. So it's just the section between Como and Fremantle station is different from this route because this route starts from Elizabeth Quay and goes to Fremantle, and it takes literally the exact same path as the 148. But this route is a rush hour route. Yes, there are 5 services in the morning towards Fremantle around 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock around this period, and then after that the first continuing the service is this service right here, which is 3:12 in the evening. In the afternoon, 3:12, the first service for rush hour for this route. Although this is actually rush hour kind of a rush hour exclusive route, it's like a very terrible timetable. I think it's like 45 minutes per bus for this route because this is the 3:12 service. The next service is at 3:51, which is around 40 minutes. So that's why it's pretty terrible, this route. But thank you so much to Jeep Wrangler Man for this request here. So of course I would be doing this direction this time because last time we did the 148 from Fremantle over to Como, which take the Bicton and Attadale path instead of Canning Highway. But this route will go from Elizabeth Quay here, then goes to Canning Bridge. After Canning Bridge we'll take Attadale and Bicton and all the way to Fremantle station. So that's why on board actually a surprising B7. I thought they were going to use gas buses for this run. 2645 here. I really actually expected that they're going to be using a gas bus for this one, but unfortunately this is the first one that comes in. If you just want to go for Fremantle, just wait for 3 more minutes and take the 111, which is coming in. The 111 is way better for this. So, but we'll take Kwinana Freeway to get to Canning Bridge first. Now you can see already it's raining today, so yeah. Originally I actually wanted to film this earlier, but unfortunately the timetable for this thing is dreadful, so there are services actually from the other way, from Fremantle back to Elizabeth Quay, but the services for that one is bad. It's like very little services. So, it's not raining too hard right now, you can see things. We just run straight onto the highway here and just straight to Canning Bridge without any stops, of course, because it's the freeway. So I've taken actually 158 one time, this section, back the other direction towards the city in the morning. Oh my gosh, it's already miserable. I saw the freeway up there is literally jamming. So we go underground, underneath here there's the trains right there. The trains again is just running through all of the traffic in the middle of the train tracks. You see, this is the rush hour highway situation right here. Pretty bad. We have a designated bus lane for now, but when we hit South Perth we actually need to bind with these guys, so that would be bad. So this is going to be the last premiere of this week. Tomorrow I believe I will be premiering on Sunday, so that's why tomorrow will be the MTEL station series for Train Channel, and then next week we'll be resumed back to the normal 1 filming per week. So we're on the designated bus lane right now, but as soon as we hit South Perth over there, we need to combine back to the normal tracks over here. Actually, it's pretty good that on this side there is a designated bus lane for a little bit of distance, but on the other side actually there are no designated bus lanes, so it's actually very terrible for the other side. It looks very bad right now, the traffic, and also the weather is terrible too. Okay, we're passed through the South Perth area, which here's the biggest problem right here. We need to combine with the lanes here now. There's a 1968 over there for 000. technically, actually, this route is actually pretty useful. I mean, technically, all of the routes that just run this section to Canning Bridge is actually pretty useful because instead of actually walking from the bus station to the train station and take one station, rather just take a bus and get up there. It's the same thing. I literally travel right along the train tracks. There's another train. We have the W patterns right now, so that's why. Not too bad right here. It's just the cars coming down from South Perth is annoying. Yeah, the rain is pretty bad right now, really. There goes a bendy bus over there. I didn't see what it is. Probably 114, 115. So of course you guys know this is a route that goes to Fremantle, so Transperth. There's the Como 32 terminus spot right there, 2346. Which the 32 is kind of lame, honestly, the route. It takes Vic Park Transfer and take Canning Highway and then goes all the way around to the South Perth area, loop around South Perth and terminate right there. But I guess that's the only bus actually served this area right here. Another train. Okay, almost at Canning Bridge Station. Okay, here's some jamming, unfortunately, here. Alright, here we are, up and arriving at Canning Bridge Station. Anyone getting off at Canning Bridge Station? No one pressing the bell. Wow, the freeway down there is so bad. Oh my gosh. There's a Mandra train coming in with Coburn Central W pattern. Quite a lot of people actually taking. No one is getting off. RIP. A few do get on. So since we crossed the bridge, since we crossed Canning Bridge right here for the things, we're just gonna turn right and head into Quintel Road, I think. I forgot that path is Quintel something street or road, I don't remember. But yeah, turn right as soon as we get in there and loop the suburb afterwards, instead of taking Canning Highway. Already 10 minutes. Low. Already 10 minutes for this part. So this route according to the app is less than 1 hour, but it's around 50 minutes. Which is because that looping part at the top is really miserable, that path. We've done it once, now it's time to do it again. These two routes, 148 and 158, are the only two routes that are going to take that whole path until Fremantle. No other routes will be taking that one. So these are Kintail Road. There we go. So the 148 and 158 are the only two routes that actually take Kintail Road and take the Attadale and Bicton path to Fremantle. We have the 510, which is just a deviating one from Buragoon, extends to Como terminating, which is like 2 buses per day or something like that. So that doesn't really count. So yep, only service that actually goes up there regularly is the 148 and 158. So here we go, turn right, there goes the 910 over there. Of course, faster you take 910 if you have to go Fremantle. The more fun will be this one, but the loops are just like somehow is a little bit too many for me. It just makes me dizzy. Allow the 910 just go straight without any turns for the whole path until Fremantle Station. Well, this is already pretty bad. Oh, this weather is dreadful. Oh. Apparently it's just a red light over here. Wow, this is such a terrible red light. Holy crap. Alright, here we go. Turn right. Yep, the only two routes, 148 and 158. And all the stops are the same. So it's getting off. That is Applecross, or I think it's called Attadale or Applecross back here. Applecross? Applecross is like the rich people suburb. So that's why. You look at these houses, it looks definitely very different from the normal suburb houses. I guess there's some normal houses right here using these bricks. No memory of this route already, of this path. This is just my second time taking. Now this is actually technically the hours that this route actually serves is like a school service hours, but right now it's actually Easter holiday for school, so that's why there are no students. Well, it made it here. Someone's boarding. More goddamn illegal parkings right here. Literally park right there at the front, literally like right next to the freaking bus stand right there. So bad, holy crap. Literally the path is not already like completely not meant for buses to actually run through here. It's like almost every stop there's someone getting off. This is not cool. But there are a decent amount of people on board, so that's why. Ooh, these bumps actually are giving me some sort of feelings like on a roller coaster or something. Do we actually turn here? Oh, I kind of remember this board. It's just a stupid... It's just a little turn on the map that I saw earlier on. Let me actually let's see whether it's actually true. Oh, we're not even close. Oh my gosh. Okay, but now we turn back down to Applecross. I mean, the highway here. Just looped it around Applecross. I was just here yesterday. Okay, we took Canning Highway a little bit, then we completely leave it until later on at almost at Fremantle. Then we're gonna go back on. Yep. Alright, here we are. Turn back out to Canning Highway. Take a little bit of Canning Highway, around 6 stops, and return right. almost turning back up to the suburbs again. No more Canning Highway. Okay, where are we at least the rain is not really affecting that much back here. At the front will be terrible for filming today if I actually film at the front, so that's fine. Apparently it doesn't just stop at that stop back there. I just saw one stop pass by. And here we are where we're going to turn right to enter the suburbs, looping again. Next is going to be Attadale and then Bicton. So here we are at Attadale, so of course 910 and the 111 of course keep going straight. Attadale Primary School. try to keep going. It took us 28 minutes, around 28 and a half, so hopefully we can get there quickly. But this path is pretty miserable, honestly. Back here, way too many turns and way too narrow. It's really actually test out the driver's driving techniques. Really narrow, these paths. Actually, honestly, in my opinion, the hardest route to drive is actually the 34. I think there are definitely harder routes than 34, but so far all of the routes I've taken from this like all of the routes I've taken so far, I've not taken every single route, but if I've taken every single route right now, all of the routes I've taken so far, I honestly think that the 34 is actually the hardest for the driver to drive through. Literally, the path just keeps turning, and all of them have lots of different gyratory roundabouts you need to turn out from. Really hard. But this route is also pretty hard, actually. The path is actually honestly very narrow. The easiest one to drive probably is the 910. Literally. 910 is just straight through Canning Highway. There's not even any turns. Literally all the way through Canning Highway, all the way from Fremantle, taking that from as soon as you turn up at the North Quay, North Fremantle, that area, around there, around that area, that bridge where the bridge part was, the Queen Victoria Bridge or something like that, I forgot the name. At that spot, all the way to Vic Park Interchange, all Canning Highway, no turns, literally no turns, straight through. And then after you cross the causeway, it's just Attadale Terrace and then Perth Bus Route No. So, comment your thoughts of the easiest route to drive and the hardest route to drive that you actually think. Not about the complexity of the route, how you actually go through. Of course, that can go into your consideration, but like how narrow the paths are and how many turns that you need to go through. So, yeah, comment the route that you think is the easiest to drive and the hardest one to drive. So that's my opinion. 910 is the easiest, 34 is the hardest so far. This is probably the second hardest, together with the 148 because it's the same path. Actually, 148 will be a little bit easier because it doesn't need to go down to Elizabeth Quay. Now, there's actually a little bit difference with the path with compared with the 148, because the 148 actually take the train replacement bus route path, which as soon as you hit Fremantle, you turn down and take the harbour shoreline path instead of actually taking the inside path where the 910 does. 158 take the 910 path, but 148 takes the 906 path at the bottom. So that's a little bit of the difference between these two routes. Yep, winter is coming. When you see actually the wind and rain coming back like this, that means winter is coming. So definitely getting a little chilly now, and then when it winds like this, it's just miserable. It's like I hope wind is actually having wind in like summertime instead of wintertime, because wintertime here is wind and rain. It's terrible. Okay, more stop signs. Can check my phone. Any messages? Yeah, I think it's Sea Learn or something. Nope. And also, just to say, Sea Learn actually went back to Hong Kong again for the Easter holidays. Oh, man. So he went back to Melbourne with like around the same time as me flying back here to Perth, and then now he went back to Hong Kong again. Well, my flight actually when I flew my flight back to Perth is actually early. My flight arrived early, which is a Cathay Pacific flight, of course. My flight arrived at Perth early than the estimated time, while his flight to Melbourne delayed for 7 hours. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, man. Literally ridiculous. Like, apparently fly to Perth is way better than flying to Melbourne, huh? So that's why this time when he flew back, he actually chose to he flew with Qantas this time instead of actually flying with Cathay Pacific. Roll. Next time when I fly back, I actually might go ahead and fly Singapore Airlines again. There's a 148 coming over. Canning Bridge Station, Como, Clydesdale Drive or something. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? 3066 Transperth. What the hell? What? First of all, that's cool. Second of all, what? And thirdly, that driver is going to be miserable when driving through those paths with this. What the hell? Why is a bendy one? What the hell? Literally, huge C, that's for sure. Oh my gosh. It's like even like this is just a B7, not a bendy bus. This like even non-bendy buses have a hard time turning those turns. How can a freaking bendy bus turn these things? Oh my gosh. Wow. God, that was unbelievable right there. Apparently they don't use on 910 and they use on this route. Sometimes they use bendy buses for 910, but apparently they use it on 148. Why? It's not even like school releasing hours. If you like use that and while it's like school releasing time for picking up kids, then of course cool. More places is not gonna get crowded. But geez, wow, that was completely unnecessary for that one. And you need to stop at that park when you hit Como with a bendy bus. Okay, almost at Fremantle. This is like around High Street area. For sale. Do want to look for houses, but we'll see. Of course, if I choose to stay in Perth after I graduate from college, from university, of course I have to just look for a house somewhere. Now, of course, I prefer living in South Perth, but of course, when I don't have a choice, of course, I can't choose anything. So, South Perth or East Vic Park or all these areas, that's good. Or sometimes even Great Eastern Highway is actually not too bad as well. But Great Eastern Highway is expensive. So, trying to live too far from the city is not going to be that convenient. Like, I'm happy with my spot right now near Curtin University, but of course I can't stay in the student accommodation after I graduate, so that's why. You see, even this guy with non-bendy, he needs to take a little time to actually turn these turns. How can a bendy one turn these things? Okay, here's that roundabout that's actually near the spot that I've taken 148 last time. We'll turn down and go back to Canning Highway and go down. Pier Street. Wow, actually impressive that this lady right here. Pretty impressive, this lady. She actually boarded at Elizabeth Quay. And she took all the way over here. I guess there's no other ways from Elizabeth Quay to get over here, exact spot right here, without the 158 here. So, and here we are, turned down and at the Canning Highway, and straight to Fremantle from there. Same path as the 910 and 111 now. Made it to this spot finally. Turn right and straight down Fremantle. It's only 910s here. For sure there will be, but so you can see any. Okay, luckily we made it through that one. That was close. Yep, here we are at the spot. Stirling Highway, okay. So Stirling Highway is turn right. And this horizontal path right here is Stirling Highway, which goes to Rockingham and Stirling, Claremont, that path. I guess that goes to Rockingham, huh? Yeah, Fremantle is actually technically pretty close by to Rockingham. Just go straight down a little bit more is Rockingham already. So technically, if you actually want to do horizontal comparison for Fremantle, it's actually right next to, for Fremantle, is right next to Murdoch. So, if you actually do horizontal comparison, which is actually right there on the same spot around the same line, same latitude or longitude. Is it latitude? Latitude is the straight one or the longitude is the straight one? Crap, oh my gosh. Like horizontal comparison, it is like next to Murdoch. Around there. So that's why if it goes down from Murdoch, just take the Harbour path and get down to Rockingham. There are two routes down there go to Rockingham. 548 and the 549. Oh gosh. There's actually a cyclone coming in. Oh. There's actually a cyclone coming in. I got an alert from Curtin. Yeah, I got an alert from Curtin. Shelter from Cyclone Ilsa if you're near Kimberley and Pilbara Close. I'm not even close to Kimberley, what the hell? Follow Curtin instructions, do not travel until safe. So it's just Kimberley. So that's why it leads to this weather right here. Yeah, it's having a cyclone coming in, huh? Yeah, there is a cyclone. According to the map, there's actually a cyclone. I don't really know where is Kimberley. Is it like near Northam? It's like not even close. It's like a mile away. Actually, I should not be actually here at the shoreline, but I will leave right away. Got this awesome thumbnail, I think, really good thumbnail that I've taken. Is it good enough? Yep. Good enough. Really good thumbnail. Show clearly of the 158. Okay. Okay, there goes, that path is where the 148 turns down. We don't turn down there. That's the 906 train replacement bus path. Where we take the innards in here. And red light at the front, unfortunately. Unfortunate. Oh, that's a big one. Wow, there goes a cruise back there. Oh, there's a cruise. Wow, that's big. Oh, nice. Cruise. Oh, it stops at Fremantle, huh? Yeah, I guess there's no space in the city for you to stop, so you have to stop here. For Hong Kong is the Kai Tak cruise terminal for the cruise. 90% will be at Kai Tak cruise terminal. 10% will be in Star Ferry in Tsim Sha Tsui. Which actually the first cruise that arrived in Hong Kong after the pandemic, after they opened the border out this year earlier on, they actually parked it at Star Ferry in Tsim Sha Tsui for the first cruise that arrived, international cruise that arrived in Hong Kong. It actually parked at Tsim Sha Tsui instead of actually at Kai Tak, which is actually pretty funny. And here we turn right and Fremantle. Oh, there's the stop at Queen Street here. And there goes a 502, which goes to Bull Creek Station. $19.64 by Transperth. So all of the routes here are by Transperth except the 998 and 999. I mean, except the 998, 999 that runs by Path and Swan. There are Transperth buses that run the 998 and 999, but there are also the Path and Swan buses. But all the other routes, all Transperth. I'm not so sure about the CAT of the Fremantle CAT. Is it by Swan or is it by Transperth as well? I think it should be by Transperth because it's only looping here. So the Fremantle CAT won't be going anywhere. There's the Coral Princess over there, very huge and very awesome looking. Right there at the terminal. And here we are at Fremantle Station. 512 to Murdoch Station. That's actually one of the request route, which is actually lined up at the far back. So that's why that will be one of the request route we will do in the future. So also 511 over there. 1991 also to Murdoch Station. Did I go 2045 here? 512. Alright, so many cars turning out. Jeez Louise. And made it to Fremantle Station. Let's go ahead and tidy up the things and ready to go. Not a bad one today, although it's still pretty dizzy after I take the whole thing. There's a bendy one for 160. I can technically actually take that 160, but I'm not going to take 160. It's way too long. I just need to get back to Canning Bridge. It's way too long. I'm going to take 910. Although the bendy bus 3063, which is cool. There's that 910 over there, which left. And it is the 33. Let's try to run over there for that then. Thanks. Alright, holy crap, it's windy over here. But we made it to Fremantle. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, click the bell so that you can get notifications when I post. Check out the links in the description down below for my other channels and my Instagram. Now I try to get a bus over there. There's actually a gas bus for 158. And I try to get that 3309 on the 910 over there. See you guys next time. Peace.